In today's class, we will be working on our hip and shoulder openers, eventually guiding us towards bird of paradise. I recommend having 2 blocks and a strap with you for today's practice. And once you have everything that you need, we will be starting on our back. Once you're on your back, have a soft bend in your knees. Connect the soles of your feet down on the mat and let them be as wide as the mat. Slightly rotate your knees together so that the lower back stays connected on the mat. Bring one hand at your heart center, other hand at your lower belly, and take a deep breath in. Exhale, exhale, let it all go. Take a few more breaths over here on your own. As you inhale, observe the movement underneath your palms. And as you exhale, like you're fogging a mirror, let it all go. As we take few breaths over here on our own, I invite you to set an intention for our class. It can be any word, any syllable, affirmation that comes to your mind naturally. And we will seal in that intention with our breath. So inhale, seal in your intention. And exhale, let go of anything that is no longer serving you. As you inhale this time, we will start to draw both the knees to our chest. Let's start to rock side to side, give your lower back a gentle massage. You can also add a couple of ankle circles over here. So move your ankle in one direction. And after a couple of reps over here, start to move your ankle in the opposite direction. If you are rocking side to side, start to find stillness at the center and draw your knees a little bit closer to your chest when you inhale. And as you exhale, we will start to extend our left leg forward. Draw your right knee a little bit closer to your right armpit. You can stay here if this is enough, or grab your big toe with your peace finger, getting into a half happy baby pose. Make sure your shoulders stay grounded. You can also bring your left hand on top of your hip bone. As you inhale, breathe into your hip flexors to the spots that feel a little bit tight. And as you exhale, see if you can relax your abdomen completely, relaxing your heart center. Let's take one more breath over here. As you inhale, just gently pull your toes, your knee a little bit closer to your armpit. And as you exhale, relaxing through our abdomen, letting all the air out. Good. As you inhale this time, draw your knee to your chest and we will grab our strap, bringing it at the ball of our right foot. Start to kick and extend that leg away from yourself. Have a soft bend in your elbows and start to push your foot into the strap, straightening our right leg completely. As you inhale, continue to press your foot to your strap. And when you exhale this time, have a soft bend in your elbows, guiding that leg to come a little bit closer to your chest. Good. Dig your left heel down, point that toe up towards the ceiling. So we are closing our legs like a pair of scissors. Start to send your awareness to your right hamstring. As you inhale, we kick our foot into that strap. And when you exhale, we bend our elbows to guide that leg slightly closer to our chest. One more breath over here. Actively kick your foot to your strap. You can also crawl your fingers a little bit closer to your ankle. And when we exhale, we bend our elbows, allowing our leg to come a little bit closer to that center line. Let's re-bend that right knee. Let go of your strap to the side, draw your left knee to your chest and start to extend that right leg forward. We will start to do all of these things over to the other side. Guide your left knee to come a little bit closer to your left armpit. Again, continue to stay here if this is enough, or you can grab your left big toe with your peace finger, getting into a half happy baby pose. One side can feel very different than the other, so simply observe, pay attention, and see how can we even out the stretch, how can we even out our practice on both the sides of our body. When you inhale, you are sending that breath to those tightest spots, to our hip flexors. And when you exhale, we are releasing our abdomen, we are releasing all the breath out through our belly, out through our lungs. Good. When you are ready, draw that knee back to your chest. We will grab our strap and bring it at the ball of our left foot. Start to kick your foot to your strap, extending that leg completely. Dig your right heel down, point your toes up towards the ceiling. When you inhale, you kick your foot into your strap, straightening your leg. And when we exhale, we soften our elbows and then allow that leg to get a little bit closer to our chest. So let's take one more breath over here. Kick your foot to your strap. And exhale, bend your elbows, guide your leg a little bit closer to that chest. Amazing. As we inhale this time, we will bend our left knee, let go of that strap to the side and draw your right knee to your chest. Once again, start to rock side to side, giving our lower back a gentle massage. You can stay over here or take a full happy baby pose. Grab the outside of your foot. These are almost framing your torso. We can rock side to side, continuing to give our lower back that gentle massage. After a few reps like this, start to draw both the knees to your chest and we will rock front and back couple of times, eventually using that momentum to bring ourselves up into Malasana Yogi squat. Good. Let your feet be as wide as the mat. Slightly rotate your toes over to the side. If this feels a lot, you can always grab your blocks and sit down on top of that instead. Allow your elbows to be inside of your knees. Press your palms together into prayer position, Anjali Mudra. Good. Close your eyes. Once again, bring that awareness to your heart center. Bring that awareness to your navel. This time, keep your lips sealed. We will inhale through our nose and exhale through our nose. Ready? Bring your hands down on the mat. Step your right leg back, left leg back, coming into Adho Mukha Svanasana, down dog. Once you arrive in that down dog, start to paddle out your feet, bending one knee at a time, even nodding your head into a no. Bring your gaze over your right shoulder. Bring your gaze over your left shoulder. Reps like this, bending one knee at a time. And once you are ready, start to find stillness at the center. You can touch your toes together, your feet together, lifting your heels up, one vertebrae at a time. Start to roll forward, arriving into high plank. Shoulders and wrists comes in one line. We lower our knees down, arch your back, lower your chest and chin on the mat. Slither forward into baby cobra. Make sure your abdomen stays on the mat. Wrap your arms around your torso, lift your chin off the chest. Take a full breath in. And as you exhale, release your forehead down, let it go. Tuck your toes, press your knees and reverse up with a flat back and start to shift your weight back on top of your ankles. We are coming into this screaming toe pose. If this feels a lot, you can take your block and sit down on top of that instead. Alright, grab your strap. Now allow your strap to be slightly wider than your shoulders. We will start to take some shoulder flosses. So make sure there is no slack in your strap. You're actively pulling it with your hands. When you inhale, we will start to take that strap all the way back behind us as far as it feels good and possible for your shoulders. Exhale, we will start to bring that strap in front of us, tapping that knee. Let's take few more reps over here. As we inhale, we will start to take our strap all the way back. And as we exhale, we draw it forward. We will do few more reps over here. If this feels too challenging, then feel free to widen the distance between your hands. And if this feels too easy, then feel free to shorten the distance between your hands. It should feel a little thick, almost like you're moving through honey or vacuum, but not so much that you're not able to breathe. Let's take 2 more reps over here. So when you inhale, you draw your arms all the way back, actively pull your strap with your fingers, and when you exhale, you're going to draw your strap in front of you. As we inhale this time, you're going to draw your strap only halfway back, so where you feel a slight pull in your shoulders, and we will take a couple of pulses over here. So tiny pulse of your shoulders down for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Amazing. Inhale, draw your strap back to yourself and then let it go over to the side. We'll bring ourselves forward into a tabletop. Good. Wrist and shoulders in one line. Untuck your toes. As we inhale, we will start to arch our back, hug our shoulder blades in, bringing our gaze forward. And as we exhale, we will start to push the floor away from ourselves, bringing our gaze at our navel. 2 more times like this. As we inhale, we arch, hugging our shoulder blades in. And as we exhale, we will start to round, pushing the floor away from ourselves. Inhale, arch, cow pose. Exhale, round into a cat. Good. As we inhale this time, we will find a neutral spine. Tucking our toes, pressing those knees up, getting into downward facing dog, Adho Mukha Svanasana. As we inhale this time, lift your right leg up, bend your knee, open through your hips. We will draw a couple of circles through our knees. So almost imagine you're trying to draw a hula loop with your right knee. So let your circles be as big, as wide as it feels good in your leg right now. Press your right hand down to make sure your shoulders stay squared. After a couple of reps of your knee in one direction, start to reverse up. So draw those circles in the opposite direction. Okay. We will stack both of our hips together. Point your right knee up towards the ceiling. Press your hand down. Take a full breath in over here. Keep your hips open. Start to straighten your leg completely. Bring your gaze forward. And then step your leg outside of your right hand, coming into a lizard. Lower your left knee down, untuck your toes. You can always grab your blocks over here if you like. Make sure your right foot is at the outer edge of your mat. As we exhale, we will lean back into our modified half split, pointing our toe up towards the ceiling. Good. Let's move between these two shapes. As you inhale, we come forward to our lizard. As we exhale, we lean back through our half Hanuman, half split. Few more times like this on your own. We will come forward into that lizard. You can stay higher up on your palms, or you have an option to lower your forearms down on the mat. Now continue to stay where you are. If you want to make your lizard a little bit active, then you have an option to lift your back knee off the mat. Push the floor away from yourself, almost like you're in a high plank or a forearm plank. Hug your navel into your spine. Keep your gaze forward. Take a full breath in over here. And exhale through your nose, release. Good. When you are ready, we will start to bring ourselves up on our palms. So bring yourself on your right hand, on your left hand. You'll open your right arm up towards the ceiling, coming into a twist. You can stay where you are, or start to circle your arm behind you, coming into horizon. Lower yourself over to the left side. As we exhale, we will rainbow our arms and then pivot all the way to the side, coming into Skandasana, side lunge. Bend your left knee, bringing both the hands inside of your knee. You can also bring it on top of your blocks. And as we exhale, use your hands to pivot all the way to the front, coming into low lunge. Keep your gaze forward, find your balance, extending our arms up into high lunge. Good. Hug your inner thighs in like you're closing a pair of scissors. See if you can bend your right knee a little bit more. As we exhale, shift your weight forward, step your left leg forward, coming into mountain pose, Tadasana. Inhale, circle your arms up, look up. Exhale, Uttanasana, forward fold. Step your left leg back, downward facing dog. Inhale, come forward into high plank. Lower your knees down, chest and chin, Ashtanga Pranam. Slither forward into Bhujang Asana, Baby Cobra. Exhale, release, tuck your toes, prepare. Adho Mukha Svanasana, down dog. Amazing. Let's do this over to the other side. Lift your left leg up, bend your knee, open through your hips. Start to draw some circle in one direction. Press your left hand down to keep your shoulders squared. After a couple of reps in one direction, start to reverse up your knee circle. You can also stay a little longer at any spot that feels tight or stiff. Good. Start to find stillness. You press your left hand down, open your left knee up a little bit more towards the ceiling. And then keeping your hips open, start to straighten your left leg. Bring your gaze forward, step your leg outside of your left hand, coming into a lizard. Exhale, we lean back into our modified half split. Dig your left heel down, point your toe up. Let's move between these two shapes on your own for a couple of reps. Every time you come forward, we create a gentle arch through our back, and every time we lean back, we dig our heel down to create that strength in our hamstring. One more time like this. Inhale, come into your lizard. Exhale, move through that half split. Inhale, come forward into your lizard. This time we are going to hold it over here for a few breaths. You can stay higher up on your palms, or you have an option to lower down on your forearms. You can stay here if this is enough. If you want to make your lizard a little bit active, then you have an option to lift your right knee off the mat. Wherever you are, start to push the floor away from yourself. Hug your navel into your spine. Keep your gaze forward. When you are ready, we will start to bring ourselves up on our palms, lifting that back knee off the mat. Inhale, lift your left arm up, look up. You can stay here if this is enough, or start to circle your arm back, coming into horizon. Shift your weight to the left outer edge of your foot. And as you exhale, we lift our hips up and pivot all the way to the right, coming into Skandasana, side lunge. Once again, focusing on that external rotation through our left leg, keeping both of our elbows inside of our right knee. You will bring your hands down, walking them all the way to the front, coming into low lunge. As we inhale, find your balance, circle your arms up, high lunge. See if you can bend your left knee just a little bit more, palms are facing towards each other. And then step your right leg forward, coming into Tadasana, mountain pose. Inhale, circle your arms up, look up. Exhale, forward fold, hands on your mat. Step the right leg back, look forward. Exhale, Adho Mukha Svanasana, down dog. Inhale, come forward, high plank, shoulders and wrist in one line. Lower halfway down, Chaturanga. Upward facing dog, untuck your toes, knees are off the mat, chin is off that chest. And as we exhale, we pike our hips back into Adho Mukha Svanasana, down dog. Take a full breath in, exhale out. Let's add on, lift your right leg up, bend your knee, open through your hips. Step your leg outside of your right hand. Peel open your right arm up towards the ceiling. Continue to stay here or go into your horizon. As we exhale, we lift our hips up, crawl it all the way to the side, Skandasana, side lunge. Keep your hands at your heart center. And as we exhale, you can use your hands or hands free. Make your way to the front, low lunge. Extend your arms up, high lunge. Bend your right knee a little bit more, lean your weight forward, take your arms behind you like wings, coming into power lunge. Continue to stay here if this is enough, or we will shift our weight forward, lifting that back leg off the mat, coming into Warrior 3. Press your right foot down on the mat, keep your hips squared. Exhale, everyone, start to extend your left arm forward. And then cartwheel your hands, gently open up, Warrior 2. Add a little to shorter edge of the mat, bend your right knee a little bit more, roll your shoulders up and back, palms are facing down. As we exhale, lean forward, you can keep your hand inside of your right foot, coming into extended side angle. Exhale, we circle our left arm behind us into a half bind. Try to find a piece of your clothing or your right inner thigh. Use that half bind as a self-assist. And now keep your shoulders open. We'll start to lift our right arm up, coming into a peaceful triangle. Breathe into the right side of your body, into your oblique. And as we exhale, we lean forward like you're trying to shake someone's hand, coming into Trikonasana, triangle pose. Use that half bind as a self-assist to open your torso a little bit more to the side. Keep your shoulders stacked. See if you can tilt your gaze up, look up. And when you are ready, we will circle our arm up to the ceiling, coming into full version of our triangle pose. Good. As we exhale, bring your gaze down, lower both the arms down on your mat or on your block. Step your left leg just few inches closer to your right, preparing for pyramid pose. Both of our hips are facing forward. Press your hands down on your mat. Bring your gaze forward. Continue to stay here or bend your elbows, getting a little bit closer to that right leg. Now there is a little arch happening through your shoulder blades over here. Press your right heel down and start to push your right hip back, your left hip forward. Make sure your back foot stays grounded on the mat. Feel free to widen the distance between your legs if you like. Stay here for another breath in. Press your feet down. As we exhale, we look forward, stepping that left leg forward, coming into Uttanasana, forward fold. Inhale, push your hips back, chair pose. Keep your hands in line with your shoulders, palms are facing down. Hug your inner thighs in. See if you can sit down a little bit deeper into that chair. Your arms will stay as it is, and then we will stand all the way up. Lift your heels up, find your balance on your tippy toes. And as we exhale, we will lower down back into that chair on a count of 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Stay here. And then we will lift ourselves all the way up. See if you can find that balance on your tippy toes. Get 1 inch taller through your spine. Take a full breath in over here. And as we exhale, we fold over our legs, Uttanasana, let it all go. Your right leg back, your left leg back, coming into Adho Mukha Svanasana, down dog. Touch your toes together, feet together, come forward into high plank. Spiral your heels to the left, extend your right arm up, coming into Vasishthasana, side plank. If you feel balanced, bring your gaze up at your right fingers. And then extend it in line with your face, creating a rainbow through our body. Push your hands down, see if you can bump your hips up, up, up. And exhale, bring yourself back to center, high plank. Lower down, Chaturanga. Upward facing dog. Adho Mukha Svanasana, down dog, let it go. Amazing. Let's do this over to the other side. When you are ready, lift your left leg up, bend your knee, open through your hips. Bring your gaze forward, step your leg outside of your left hand. Lift your left arm up, coming into a twist. Stay here or lower your hips into horizon. Exhale, lift your hips up. We will pivot all the way to the right, coming into Skandasana, side lunge. Bring your hands at your heart center, dig your left heel down, point your toes up. And as you exhale, without using your hands, see if you can pivot to the front, coming into low lunge. Extend your arms up, high lunge. Bend your. As we exhale, we lean our torso forward, getting into power lunge. Draw your arms like wings. Once again, continue to stay here if this is enough, or we will shift our weight forward, lifting our back foot up, getting into warrior 3. And when you're ready, everyone extend your right arm forward. Cartwheel your hands, open, warrior 2. Ready, bring your forearm to your thigh or draw your left hand inside of your left foot, coming into extended side angle. Extend your right arm up and overhead, and then circle that arm behind you, coming into a half bind. Find a piece of your clothing or your left inner thigh, and then roll your right shoulder back, your left shoulder forward. Lift all the way up into a peaceful triangle. Really breathe into the left side of your body. And as we exhale, we lean forward, connecting our hands on top of our shin, and use that half bind as a self-assist to open your torso to the side, getting into Trikonasana, triangle pose. When you're ready, peel open your right arm up, take a full breath in over here. And as we exhale, we circle our arms down, step your right foot just few inches closer to your left. Make sure your hips are squared. Extend your arms, look forward. And as we exhale, we will start to fold over our left leg. Good. Pressing the heels down on the mat to create that strength in our hamstring. Actively pushing the floor away from yourself. The action of pushing your right hip forward and left hip back never stops. See if you can breathe into the tightest spots in your hamstring. Stay here for another breath in. Push everything away from yourself. SH, exhale. Good. When you are ready, as you inhale, you will straighten your arms, bring your gaze forward, and then step your right leg forward, getting into Uttanasana, forward fold. Lower your hips down, bring your palms in line with your shoulders, getting into chair pose, Utkatasana. See if you can sit down slightly deeper. And then when you're ready, rise all the way up. Keep your hands as it is. Find your balance on your tippy toes. Touch your knees together this time. And then we will lower down on a count of 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. You can go get all the way down. See if you can sit down on top of your ankles. Up on a count of 4, 3, 2, 1. Stay on your tippy toes. A little higher. Breathe, breathe, breathe. Exhale, forward fold, release. Amazing. Step your right leg back. Step your left leg back. Getting into down dog. Toes together, feet together. Come forward into high plank. Spiral your heels to the right. Extend your left arm up. Vasishthasana, side plank. If you have balance, bring your gaze up to your left fingertips. Bump your hips up. Extend your left hand in line with your face like you're drawing a rainbow. Keep on lifting your hips up. Press your hands down. And when you're ready, transition high plank. Lower down chaturanga. Upward facing dog. Exhale, Adho Mukha Svanasana, down dog. Widen the distance between your legs as wide as the mat. Lift your heels up, bend your knees, look forward. You can step or hop forward, getting into Malasana, Yogi Squat. I hope you feel a little bit warmed up in your hips and your hamstrings right now. Let's take a moment to connect with our breath as we start to work towards Bird of Paradise, which is the peak pose of this class. Make sure you have your blocks and your strap next to you. Right, let's take one more breath away here. And when you're ready, you're going to grab your strap and bring yourself all the way up into Tadasana, mountain pose. Alright, from there, just bring both the blocks and stack them on top of each other so that we can bring our knees slightly higher up from the mat. Bring your left foot on top of those stacked blocks. You're going to grab your strap in your right hand and then make a half bind just like we did before. Lean forward. You're going to thread your left shoulder underneath your left knee and see if you can grab your strap. Right now, slowly continue to stay here. If this is enough, or keep your gaze forward and we will start to draw that left knee off those blocks and then keep on lifting up, up, up. See if you can actively pull your strap or your fingers in two opposite directions. That is your shelf to keep yourself steady. Keep your gaze fixed at one point. You can stay where you are or you have an option to shoot and extend that left leg away from yourself. Almost. Don't drop your leg over here. If we are going to reverse just the way we came in. So bend your left knee first. Now slow and control. You're going to reconnect that foot on our stacked blocks. Amazing. Let go of your bind. Let go of your strap. You're going to bring your hands down and then step your left leg back. Lower your left knee down and take your toes. Find your balance. Bring your right hand just below your knee, your left hand just below your knee. Interlace your finger below your right knee. Start to push that knee away from yourself. Now imagine you're drawing a rainbow through your head. So when you exhale, you tilt your gaze back and then simultaneously push your right knee away from yourself. Straighten your arms completely. Keep your gaze back, back, back. And as we exhale, we slowly bring ourselves forward, lean forward. Connect your hands on top of your block or your mat. Good. Push your hips back, coming into half Hanuman, half split. Now continue to stay here if this is enough, or you have an option to get into your full Hanuman, full split. Start to move your right leg away from you. Make sure your wrist and shoulders stay stacked on top of each other. You can also close your eyes. Just allow yourself to take a moment and experience everything that you just did fully in your body, in your nervous system, in your breath. Ready? You're going to press your hands down on your block. Gently bring yourself back into that lunge as we inhale. Step that leg forward, coming into Uttanasana, forward fold. You can stay where you are, or we will start to slide our hands underneath our foot. So flip your left hand, bring it underneath your left foot, your right hand underneath your right foot. Connect your torso on top of your legs. Continue to stay here or start to straighten your legs, getting into Pada Hastasana. Good. For some of us, we can also connect our forehead to our shin. See if you can shift your weight forward a little bit closer to your wrist. Bend your elbows, inhale through your nose. SH, let it go. Shh. Good. Grab your strap one more time and then stack your blocks together. And when you're ready, we will rise all the way up into Tadasana mountain pose. Step your right foot on top of your stacked blocks and grab your strap in your left hand. Bring your hand behind you into a half bind. We lean our weight forward. Thread your right hand underneath your knee. One side can feel different than the other. Weight to that left foot. Keep your gaze steady and then one breath at a time, lift yourself up. If you lose your balance, that's okay. Just get back into it where we started. We'll start to shoot that right leg away from yourself. Just keep on kicking. As you exhale, re-bend your right leg and gently reconnect it on top of your blocks. Good. Let go of your bind. Let go of your strap to the side. We bring both the hands down on our mat and we step that right leg back. Lower your knee down for Anjane Asana. Interlace your fingers, opposite index finger on the top. As we inhale, fill up your lungs with air, with volume. And when you exhale, you start to press your hands on that knee actively, creating a C curve through our spine. So start that bend from your head. One more breath in, press your hands actively on your knees. And when you exhale, slowly bring your hands forward, getting into half Hanuman, half split. Once again, continue to stay here if this is enough for you today, or we will slide our leg forward, getting into full Hanuman. When you get into that full split, make sure your hips are stacked. So your right hip is facing forward, left hip is going back. You can always bring your hands on top of your block. Just make sure your wrist, shoulders and elbows stays in one line. We use the strength of our arms to let go of a little bit weight from our hamstring, from our hip flexors. As you exhale without being in a rush, we will start to shift our weight forward, letting go of our blocks to the side, and then step back into Adho Mukha Svanasana, down dog. Option for a one last vinyasa of this class if you like. We will come forward into high plank, lower down Chaturanga, upward facing dog, chin is off the chest. And as we exhale, we pike our hips back, down dog, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Good. Let's unwind from our practice. So when you're ready, we will lower our knees down on the mat, finding a comfortable seated position. Extend your right leg forward, your left leg forward, dig your heels down, point your toes up. Off some flesh underneath your right hip and then from underneath your left hip. We'll extend our arms up, inhale. And as you exhale, lean from your torso, getting into Paschimottanasana, seated forward fold. You can grab the outside of your foot. You can also bend your knees as much as you like. Or you can take a block and bring it underneath your head. We'll take a couple of breaths over here. Today's class was a little bit hamstring heavy, so I hope this feels a bit more open to you right now as compared to as it would otherwise. Your hands on top of your blocks, keep your legs together, toes together, and then slide your blocks underneath your shoulders. So lift your hips off the mat. You can stay there or see if you can lift one or both the legs off the mat, holding this for 4, for 3, and 2, and 1. Stay. Exhale, release. Whew, that was challenging. I know. Shake it out. Beautiful work, you guys. Let's lie down on our back. You have a couple of variations to play around with. You can just skip your knees to your chest and continue to stay here, or you have an option to take Halasana plow pose. So roll your leg all the way back behind you. You can interlace your fingers if you like. You can also grab the outside of your mat for a little stability. If this doesn't feel good, you can also take a block underneath your lower back, your sacrum, and then extend your leg up into a waterfall pose. If you are in your plow pose, you can bring your hands on your lower back slightly closer to your shoulders and then extend one leg up and then the other, getting into shoulder stand. When you are ready, we will slowly bring ourselves all the way down on our back. If you have a block underneath your spine, let it go to the side as well. Let's take a fish pose. Plop yourself up on your forearms, balancing on the crown of our head, creating a gentle arch through our back, allowing our throat to open completely. If you feel balanced, you can also extend your arms up towards the ceiling. Inhale, and when you exhale, gently release your lower back, middle back, upper back down on the mat. Let your feet be as wide as the mat, allowing your arms to rest over to the side as we start to unwind through our practice, getting into Shavasana, our final resting pose. Here for as long as you like. If you're ready to unwind, start to extend your arms up and overhead, and then we will lie down on right side of our body. Press your hands down, guide yourself up into a seated position. Keep your eyes closed as and when we arrive. Bring both the hands at your heart center in prayer position, Anjali Mudra. Touch your thumbs to your third eye. From my heart to yours, Namaste.